Good morning, students. Let's start our lesson. The theme of our lesson today: holidays, traditions and customs of Great Britain. The aim of the lesson: to advance students' knowledge about England holidays, traditions and customs, to activate the students' speaking abilities about custom and traditions of countries, to teach students to search and learn necessary materials themselves. Expected results of the lesson: students know English traditions, customs, holidays and meals. Understand the importance of English holidays, customs, traditions and meals for their history and culture. They will use their vocabulary for making speech more. First of all, you should watch the video according to our today's theme. Link to video you see on your.
There are lots of events you can get involved with in the UK, from street parties to traditional festivals. Some of the events are bank holidays. It means that on these days most shops, businesses and institutions are closed. Some celebrations have different dates in England, Wales, Scotland and Northern Ireland. In England, New Year Day is a popular holiday. However, it's not so widely celebrated as Christmas. Some people ignore it completely. Others celebrate it arranging either a family party or visiting the ones arranged. This is an old tradition to celebrate midnight with your friends or family. Many people serve refreshments like chocolate, ice cream, chips, sandwiches and drinks to visitors. The celebrations begin on the 31st of December and lasts well into the New Year's Day. Another popular way of celebrating New Year is to go to New Year dance. Most hotels and dance halls hold a special dance on New Year's Eve. In London, crowds usually gather around the Statue of Venus in Piccadilly Circus to welcome the New Year.
3, 2, 1.
At midnight, they listen to the chimes of Big Ben, drink a toast to the New Year and sing Auld Lang Syne, a folk song with words by the Scottish poet Robert Burns.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot and all lang syne? For auld lang syne, my dear, for auld lang syne, we'll take a cup of kindness yet for auld lang syne.
When the New Year starts, some people shake hands, others kiss and embrace. Many people make New Year resolutions, promising to achieve a goal or break a bad habit in the coming year. Horns, whistles, and other noise makers are very popular on this night. In addition to making noises, people throw paper confetti and call out New Year praise, like Happy New Year. They hope it will bring health, peace, and prosperity. New Year's Day is celebrated in different ways. The type of celebration is varied very much according to local customs, family traditions, and personal tastes. In Scotland, the celebration of the New Year is called Hogmanay. There are big parties across the country where you can find lots of music, dancing, food, and fireworks. On the 25th of January, Scotland celebrates Burns Night. Many Scottish people hold a special supper or dinner on Burns Night, a celebration of Robert Burns with toasts and readings of his poetry. Men might wear kilts There may be bagpipe music, and people will almost certainly eat haggis, the traditional Scottish dish of sheep's heart, liver and lungs, with turnips and potatoes.
Trenching your groaning angels brick like ony ditch. And man, oh man, what a glorious sight. Warm, reeking, rich. But if you wish a grateful prayer, give her a haggis.
Okay, let's continue our lesson. Great Britain is an old country and it has a lot of holidays and interesting traditions. Holidays in the country are historic and public. Most public holidays are called bank holidays because banks, companies and most shops don't work on these days. Such holidays include New Year's Day, Easter Monday and others. Now I want to tell about several holidays in the UK. Shrove Tuesday or Pancake Day. Shrove Tuesday, more commonly known as Pancake Day, falls the day before Lent begins. Lent is a traditional Christian period of fasting which begins 40 days before Easter and ends on Easter Sunday. Nowadays, not many Christians fast, instead preferring to give something up for Lent such as chocolate, because fasting means that lots of food would spoil during this period. Traditionally, people would use up their eggs, milk and sugar by making pancakes. Nowadays, even if people are not fasting, many people still make and eat pancakes on this day. Some people enjoy sweet toppings such as sugar and lemon or Nutella. Other people prefer savory pancakes. Mother's Day. Mother's Day is a day to celebrate your moms and grandmas and everything that they do for you. People give their mothers gifts and cards and treat them to meals out or do all of the housework for the day. Mothers usually receive breakfast in bed. April Fool's Day. On April Fool's Day, it is acceptable, even encouraged, to play tricks and practical jokes on people. Even newspapers, TV, and radio shows often feature fake stories to try and trick people. Any practical jokes must be played before midday, and if you catch someone out, you must shout, "April Fools!" Afternoon, the joke is on you. Easter. Easter is celebrated in Christian countries to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ, where he is believed to have come back from the dead. We celebrate by going to church, giving Easter eggs and going on Easter egg hunts. Eggs symbolize new life which is related to Jesus coming back from the dead. There are a few different days which are celebrated by Christians throughout the Easter period. These include Palm Sunday, Maundy Thursday, Good Friday and Easter Sunday. Good Friday is a bank holiday in the UK, and even for those who are not religious, a chocolate Easter egg is usually a traditional gift to give. The Queen's official birthday. The Queen's real birthday is on the 21st of April. However, it has been a tradition since 1748 for the state to celebrate the King or Queen's birthday in June. This is because in June there is more likely to be nicer weather, so the Queen can celebrate her birthday with civilians in a more comfortable climate. A military parade known as Trooping the Colour is held in London and is attended. Halloween. Halloween is also known as All Hallows Eve or All Saints' Eve, is a yearly celebration observed in a number of countries on 31st October, the eve of the Western Christian feast of All Hallows Day. It initiated the Triduum of Hallowtide, the time in the liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saints, hallows, martyrs, and all the faithful departed. Unlike in the USA, it is a relatively calm event. Children will dress up in costumes and go trick-or-treating around the neighborhood. Trick-or-treating involves knocking on a neighbor's door and saying trick or treat. The neighbor then either places a trick on the child or gives them a treat, usually sweets. It is very rare for neighbors to play tricks on the children, so the children enjoy the festival because they go home with Diwali. Diwali is a 5-day festival of lights for Hindu, Sikh and Jain communities. Cities including Manchester, London and Leicester have splendid street parties with displays of lights, lanterns, candles and fireworks as well as music. Bonfire Night. In Britain, Bonfire Night is associated with the tradition of celebrating Guy Fawkes' failed attempt to blow up the Houses of Parliament on 5th November 1605. It is an annual event dedicated to bonfires, fireworks and celebrations. Different traditions celebrate Bonfire Night on different days. Some of the most popular instances include Great Britain's Guy Fawkes Night, which is also celebrated in some Commonwealth countries. Throughout the UK, there are various bonfires. Christmas Day. Christmas is an annual commemoration of the birth of Jesus Christ and a widely observed cultural holiday celebrated generally on 25th December by nearly a billion people around the world. Christmas Day is celebrated as a major festival and a public holiday in countries around the world, including many whose populations are mostly non-Christian. In some non-Christian countries, periods of former colonial rule introduced the celebration, while in others, Christian minorities or foreign cultural influences have led whole populations to observe the holiday. Christmas markets have made their way to the UK from European countries such as Belgium and Germany and are now held in many UK cities. They are a popular place to visit with friends and family in the run-up to Christmas. Boxing Day. Boxing Day is a day after Christmas Day. It is a bank holiday in the UK. There are a few theories as to why it's called Boxing Day, but no one is completely sure. Arguments include, in Britain, Christmas box is a name for a Christmas present. Boxing Day was a day off for servants, and when they received a Christmas box from the master, Boxing Day could have been named after the Christmas box of money or gifts which employers used to give the servants and the tradesmen. A box to collect money for the poor was placed in churches on Christmas Day. The money would be distributed the day after. Boxing Day could have been named after this custom. Today, there are no traditional Boxing Day customs. Most people spend the day eating the Christmas leftovers and maybe going for a walk or to visit New Year's. Like many countries around the world, the UK celebrates the New Year. We do this by hosting parties with friends and families to await the countdown to the New Year. In Scotland, they call it Hogmanay. We celebrate by having a party with friends and setting fireworks off. In many cities. Okay, students, I prepare 3 tasks for you according to our today's theme. First task is answer the questions. How do you see? There are 14 questions according to our today's theme, and you should answer all of them. Second task is true or false exercise. There are 9 sentences, and you should find which of them are true and which of them are false. And the last, third task. Find the right date for every holiday. Okay, students, it's time to reflection. Please choose a drawing that shows your mood today. And your home task is find the information about Kazakh holidays and make a table and compare holidays of Kazakhstan and Great Britain. That's all. Our lesson today is over. Goodbye, students. Thank you for your attention.